Yo, what's going on, friends and family? My name is Skylent, and we just got the PlayStation release date trailer for Mortal Shell. And this is the trailer that's got me. It's done. Okay, Mortal Shell's on the menu. Officially, I will be playing this game. I will be reviewing this game. In an attempt to actually start playing and reviewing like fuller titles. Often, we just do news and stuff here. That's cool. We talk about brand new games just like this. But man, I really want to sink my teeth into a game that's got some meat. And I was a little unsure about Mortal Shell. There was some gameplay footage that looked really slow, really boring. But then again, you could actually take a couple of slices from Dark Souls or even games like Monster Hunter, and it could look clunky, it could look really slow, it could be boring, but sometimes actually there's some nuances within that that's still pretty fun if you're actually playing it. Mortal Shell, though, with this trailer, I know it's like a hype trailer. That's what it is, and I'm hyped, okay? Hypodermic energy pumped right into my heart. But yeah, you know what? I think it's gonna be a fun game. I've played Dark Souls 1 through 3, Bloodborne. I'm one of those boys. I quite enjoyed it. And I do want to look a little bit more into Mortal Shell. So finally, we're talking about it on this channel, announcing I will be reviewing it and trying to take the games a little bit more sincerely. But I was waiting for a game that's a little bit more sincere itself, and I couldn't tell if Mortal Shell was one of those, Souls-likes, where there's a bunch of Souls-likes out there that are like, they're K, but they're not potent enough for me to care. A game for me to care, it's got to be like Monster Hunter World. It's got to be, like a proper AAA production, maybe like Horizon Zero Dawn, actually. Yeah, I love those games. And even then, barely touched them on the channel, right? So Mortal Shell, I'm looking forward to it. When it comes to these styles of games, these like hardcore kind of combat-focused games, I really want the gameplay to be legitimate and not just copy and paste. And for the most part, I gotta say, Mortal Shell does look like it really could have been a Souls game, and it does look very copy-paste in a lot of ways. But finally, this is, one of the clones, I guess you could say, that is to the quality that meets my standards, I think. I mean, that's what it just seems like to me. Doesn't it to you guys? Let me know, does this actually just look like another Souls-like clone ripoff, or does this one actually seem like it kind of understands the source and is doing like their own thing with it, like they're actually gonna have a serious attempt at it? And I think so, for sure. So I'm just gonna play the gameplay footage that we know of it, the trailers in the background while we talk about this game. If you don't know, Mortal Shell is actually going to be releasing on PlayStation 4 come August 18th, as well as Xbox One, and it's gonna be on Epic Games August 18th on PC. But next year it's coming to Steam, so we have I really hate that they did this, but there is a limited time exclusivity on PC for the Epic Games Store. So I don't know how you guys are going to feel about it. At least this is kind of a one and done game, so you can play it, maybe replay it once. That's probably, it's fine. But if it was a multiplayer game, I would probably not trust it on Epic, and I would wait for Steam due to the popularity. But I know a lot of you guys are going to wait on Steam. So how do you guys feel about that? If a game is on Epic, timed exclusivity, how do you feel? I don't know. But me, I am going to get it on PC. That's for dang sure. So I guess if I'm going to review it, I'm forced to buy it on the Epic Game Store, which I really don't like, but I'm going to do it for you guys. Anyways, let's talk about the game. Just firstly, what you guys can obviously see on the screen, it's a Souls-like. It looks just like a Soul. You could probably interchange some scenes from these trailers with the Dark Souls trailers, any of them, and people wouldn't bat an eye. Almost. It's very similar. Basically, on the website, though, Mortal Shell, it says, is a deep action RPG. I hate when they kind of self-review like that, but it says it's a deep action RPG that tests your sanity and resilience in a shattered world, and combat is strategic, deliberate, and unforgiving. Basically, they're saying, hey, we're Dark Souls. Yeah. But here's the main gimmick, guys. Here's the namesake and the main kind of gameplay, spice. So you are going to be possessing lost warriors. I wonder, there's a little bit of vibage of Dead Cells with that, right? But anyways, the anima of defeated warriors are yours to discover. Inhabit these mortal shells and open your understanding to their unique masteries of combat. So that's pretty different. That's very different. Maybe in some action RPGs you have character selection. You might even have character rotation or party management of some kind, but just actually literally possessing different almost vehicles, characters, that's something we haven't really seen. The only other game I can personally think of is not even out yet, and it's a game called Crowfall, which is actually having a very similar idea or concept. Now, apparently there is going to be deep upgrading paths, so the stronger your connection to each individual avatar or the mortal shell, then you actually can run through their talents. You can uncover and harness them. So you're also going to have different weapons. You're going to have, I guess you can sharpen iron with acid, study devastating arcane powers. That's what they say on the website. So I guess we're going to have different sort of like weapon upgrades, probably similar to Dark Souls, as well as, even though it's a melee-focused game, there is going to be magic. But again, probably to a very tasteful degree, just like Dark Souls. You know, where it's mostly melee combat, but for those who are inclined to do so, you can eventually build probably an arcane build. But then again, we actually haven't seen any of that in the trailers, so maybe not so much. Dark Souls actually gets pretty nuclear. It's pretty great. Now, we are going to be fighting giant bosses. And in fact, we actually see some, not bosses, just kind of like normal enemies that seem to be to the quality of boss fights in other games, which is pretty awesome. Apparently, we're going to be killing gods, you know, giant, ridiculous, you know, monsters, creatures, very grotesque aesthetics. Yeah, it's going to be very grim dark, which I'm very much looking forward to. Now, to kind of clarify some things, guys, you will be able to inhabit different mortal shells and then also use different weapons with those shells. So it's kind of like almost probably like a class picker in a way, but then you also do get to, you know, mix and match different weapons with that. So the customization there, just between those two different things, is going to be tremendously deep. And hopefully, actually, you know, I wouldn't even mind if they dropped a lot of the nuance of like the stat pages of Dark Souls, because frankly, we all just follow templates anyways. And a lot of the little numbers kind of don't matter. So the shell system actually might really work out. But before we go too much deeper, guys, just to clarify one thing, even though I do cover a lot of online games on this channel, and I've actually PvP'd on Dark Souls a lot and co-opted on it on this channel, on Twitch, I really love that about the Souls-likes. One thing that makes Souls-like to me actually is going to be the permeable, weird, invasive, esoteric kind of like multiplayer that they have. It's special. It's really unique. From Bloodborne and Demon Souls all the way through. This game is going to be single player. So, you know, a lot of these games I just pass up because they are single player. You know, I do like co-op like in Monster Hunter. I do like PvP, you know, like in Dark Souls, or I play my MMOs and stuff like that. But I really did enjoy actually Horizon Zero Dawn as a single player experience. And I think I can actually dig deep and play one of these games. But it is a reason why I kind of skipped on Nioh, why I actually haven't played Sekiro, and why, I don't know, I don't really care for the other games, but this one just really does look legitimately like sincere toward the Dark Souls formula, minus the online. Just keep that in mind. Also, if it wasn't abundantly clear, this is going to be a mature game. This is for adults. It is not for children, though, I mean, whatever. Yeah, honestly, I don't care. But it is going to be not just a grim, dark game, but it is going to be probably a seriously difficult game that has incredibly gruesome, like, visceral combat and appearance. But if you've been around ARPGs long enough, then, you know, from Diablo, Path of Exile, stuff like that, then you're used to stuff like that. You're used to people's just organs erupting from their faces. Sure, okay, yeah. And also to just kind of end cap the video talking about the developers and the publisher, nothing really notable, actually. They're kind of new, it's a small team, and they're just trying to make a game, it seems, from a genre that they're very inspired by. Let's be honest, it is inspiring. You know, there is something very poetic, romantic about the Souls formula. And while they can't do everything that, you know, From Software has been able to do, actually, from what we've seen, at least the snippets, even if it is a short game, which I am expecting, sadly, it is probably going to be of quality, which is why I'm making this video. This is probably going to be a quality experience, you know, as tight, as kept as it might be. This is probably going to be kind of like Dark Souls 3.5, like a little expansion that we can play. It is probably going to cost a lot of money. And frankly, I would probably, in my review, say it's not worth a whole $60. $60 to me means you got like multiple game modes, multiple ways to play. It's highly replayable. Like, let's be honest, Dark Souls is one of the best bang for buck games ever. In my opinion, if there was only one game I could play for the rest of my life, it would probably be Dark Souls. It is just a whole ass game. This, much like many others, is probably going to be, you know, a more focused experience. So anyways, if it's going to be worth the price or not, worth the struggle and the pain, the difficulty of learning, or maybe, I don't know, maybe that's what we're in for. I just think that it's exciting to see, and eventually one day this will go on sale and it'll probably be worth it for everyone. But of course, I'm gonna find out that. I'm gonna play the game. I'll let you guys know. I'll review it, and I guess I gotta jump on the Epic Game Store. But it is coming to PS4 again and Xbox One as well for the console players. Yeah, so looking pretty good. Mortal Shell. It's on the menu. That's what I gotta say. That's all you gotta know. It's a pretty straightforward game. Let's be honest. But it's your turn. Tell me what you guys think in the comments below. But much love, keep the hype alive, and subscribe if you want to hear more about cool upcoming games and stuff. My thoughts on those as someone who's a little bit more biting and a little bit more mean, maybe a little bit more critical. Yeah. So that's it. Hope you had fun. Outro. I'll see you in the next one.